Hi everyone, this is Niamh here from the mamashipblog.com and I'm sharing with you our summer 2013 educational programme for our son who's turning 5 this week. It's tongue-in-cheek. Oh no. Okay, this is take 3 and I'm really hoping it's going to work. It's a tongue-in-cheek thing saying that we have an educational programme at all because we are unschoolers, so we don't plan our activities and we don't plan what's happening. But what I'm sharing with you are some activities that we've been doing the last couple of weeks since the weather's got better and which we hope to continue for the summer months. So it may give some of you as preschoolers or younger kids ideas of what to get up to, and ours are of course specific to Ireland and where we are and what our budget allows, but it may help some of you out there. So the first activity, I'm just going to be checking with my laptop over there, is reading. We've been going to the library a lot recently and we have a block loan card which allows us to take out, I think it's like an unlimited number of books. We took out about 10 the last time and we read one every night before bed, and the books we've been taking are paperback books that are for maybe 6 to 7 year old age group, so they hold my son's interest and he reads the odd word here and there. And then he sits looking at the book for a while himself, and we might read it again the next night or pick a different book or whatever. It's just to get him used to reading books and exploring the world of books, and to let him see that reading is obviously a valuable activity, which doesn't even need to be said. The next one is arts and crafts. We have been making birthday cards for people recently, and my son is cutting and sticking and gluing and all that kind of stuff, so he really enjoys that. Next one is football. There's a gang of kids who play out the field behind us, and Charlie, who's my son, has been taking part in games out there, and even though he hasn't really got a clue how football is played, he does know how to, stand in goal for a while. He's been high-fiving his friends, when they get a goal, and he knows to run after the ball. So he doesn't seem hugely interested in learning the rules of the sport, but if he does, we can bring him along to a football club to take part in some more structured activities. SpongeBob watching is a big thing at the moment. SpongeBob is the absolute favourite programme and gets watched from morning to night here. And I've watched a few of them and I laugh out loud. I really don't mind them watching SpongeBob. I think it's good humour and I think it's intelligent, and they could watch worse. And so that's kind of the favourite cartoon at the moment. They go through phases. The next one, Charlie has been doing a bit of his typing. So if he wants to watch a video on YouTube, he will type in the first couple of letters and it'll usually come up in the search bar below. So that's good for him. It's helping his literacy as well, and he's learning how to use a computer, how to use a keyboard, which are obviously very important skills. The next one is sandcastle building. So we've been going to the beach a lot recently in different parts of Ireland, wherever we happen to be, and he's getting the idea of building moats and working with the water coming up from the sea in around the castle, etc, etc. We had a great afternoon where he spent about an hour building a sandcastle with his dad, a huge big kind of a fortified thing, and all they had was one paper cup to actually make the sandcastles with, but they had a wonderful time, and I might insert a picture of it there as well. Another one he's been doing is naming the weekdays. So for the last year or so he's had the concept of weekdays and weekends, which is unusual having two parents who don't have 9 to 5 Monday to Friday jobs, but he still gets the concept of having 5 days on and 2 days off kind of thing. And most recently he's been asking what day of the week is it and what day is tomorrow, and we count down the days to the activities we're looking forward to as well. So he's almost got the 7 days of the week, in his head. Counting, adding and subtracting, well that's obviously when we're counting down days to his birthday or days to a play date he's looking forward to, and he's counting backwards and counting forwards, and then we're talking about money sometimes. He got money when we were on holidays there recently, and we were subtracting the money he was spending and he knew how much he had left, etc. So it's all done in context. There's no kind of sitting down with sums and adding random numbers. Everything is learned as we go along. The next one is one of the things I'm the most proud of recently that he's gotten into. He has been invited into a club with his friends. I don't want him to hear me talking about it. It's called the Survivor Club, and they learn survival skills. And it all happens in the field behind our house, and they learn to climb the tree out there. They dig the ground using our big shovel for jewels and gems. Recently they found lots of bones, which is pretty handy, and dinosaur fossils, of course, and stuff. And they run and they get fit, and they also fight. So he's learning lots of very good life skills there. And it's more the idea of being in a club, which I'm really proud of him, because I wasn't in a club till I was about 8 or 9, but I remember them, and I think they're a really nice bonding thing for kids to do as well. He's also been playing soldiers, you know, those little plastic soldiers. So he just took out soldiers we've had around the house for years and took them out the other day with his friend, and the two of them set them up and had them sniping through the bat cave and just, you know, setting them up to be fighting each other. So that's a whole new game that he's never played before. Ow. Biking is another thing. He's getting a bike for his birthday, a 2-wheeler for the first time, and it's going to be like a BMX style mountain bike. So he's really looking forward to that, and he's going to ride it. He used to ride a trike, and then he rode a bike with stabilisers, and now, most recently he's been going around on a scooter. So this 2-wheel bike is a big step into childhood, or whatever you want to call it, and he's really excited to learn. So that'll be fun helping him do that. Another game that he loves doing is playing Mario in real life, where he dresses up as Mario or Luigi, and one of us is Bowser or Princess Peach. I get to be Princess Peach, which I love. And he wears like a hat and dungarees and gloves, and we act out different scenarios where we have to make plans and fight and stuff like that. Another game he's been playing recently has been on the trampoline. He's been wrestling with his friends and holding each other down for a count to 3 and all that kind of stuff. And all that rough and tumble stuff is quite new to him, because we didn't do much of it at home up to maybe 6 months ago, and he was quite tentative physically with other kids, but now he seems to really enjoy now he seems to really enjoy wrestling and fighting, and there's always a limit to everything. Nobody gets hurt, except accidentally the odd time, but I think it's really important physical skill to be comfortable doing that, so he's doing that, which is great. Darts is another one. We got a dartboard there last week for my husband's birthday, and Charlie's been playing darts. He stands on a chair and obviously throws the darts at the dartboard, and he's quite good. The darts we have aren't great, they're a bit light, so we want to get heavier ones. So that's another good skill, coordination, all that kind of stuff. Stop motion animation, we've been having fun with our videos on our phones and kind of stuff they can do. So we've made a few videos where Charlie is appearing and disappearing, and then making things disappear and reappear as well, as if he's a magician. And we have plans, I'm looking at it there, it's half done, to set up a scene in a box and actually act out a little scene with toys and video them in stop motion as well. So that's an ongoing project we're doing. Cartwheels and handstands, we were doing them the other day and he really enjoyed them, and he's trying to learn to do a cartwheel. He can nearly do a headstand, and he's learning a handstand as well. He's been tumbling for the last few years. Since he was 2 actually he learned to tumble when he turned 2, and he went to gymnastics for a year, and that helped his sense of balance as well, I think, and he doesn't really have much of a fear of heights. So cartwheels and handstands are next on the agenda. Whenever the sun shines we get out in the grass and do them. Fishing is another one we did for my husband's birthday last week. We made minnow traps out of inverted plastic bottles that you cut in half and turn the spout bit in towards the other thing, and then you attach twine and put them under the water. We didn't catch any fish, we caught a couple of sea snails, but it was great fun, and it was a nice kind way. You okay, hon? So the minnow fishing, we would have let them go if we had caught any, and I prefer to do that, being a vegetarian loving animal person, than actually catch fish with hooks and stuff. I wouldn't be on for that at all. So that was a fun activity for an afternoon. Climbing is a big thing that he's obviously been doing since forever, and we bring him to playgrounds and he climbs up inside helter-skelters and then slides down, or he climbs up climbing frames. He's recently been hanging off things and using his arms a lot, which is a new kind of skill that he hasn't worked on much, is the upper body strength. So we're trying to just incorporate exercise and fresh air into our daily routine, which is working well the summer months. Sandwich making is another important skill, I think, and he can make his own sandwich, assembling the parts that are out in front of him on the table. And obviously it's a life skill. You want your kids to be able to feed themselves at some stage. So I'd say that's an extension of baby-led weaning. Magic tricks. He has kind of learnt a few sleight of hand tricks from my husband, and he's interested in magic and, you know, sorcery and that kind of thing. He'd watch Harry Potter, he knows how to cast a spell with a wand, etc, etc. So that's all fun and imagination. So the next thing we've been doing a lot of is face painting, and we've also not just been painting Charlie's face to look like different characters, usually Mario, Luigi, Waluigi, Wario, Bowser, but he will paint his face too sometimes, and I've given him some old lipsticks and stuff, and he uses them to decorate his face, or he will use markers, and then he's in character for the day and he runs around acting out all these scenarios. So that's really fun. Water fights is a new thing as well. He's out there at the moment with a new big water gun. He's never had more than a water pistol before, so he now has this big super soaker type thing. And there's a few water fights coming up in the next week at parties and stuff, so he is practicing for them, I think, and he's pretty good as well, and he got me earlier on the leg. Okay. Also, the next one is naughty stuff. My hair will be gone. Okay. Doesn't like hair while he's having his milk. Naughty stuff. Charlie's been getting up to mischief recently, which is also a new thing for him. He's been such a good kid, and he's been so, I don't know, I don't want to say boring, but he's been so like amenable and good and kind. He's rarely actually done anything that gets him into trouble. So he's had a few escapades with his friends recently and done a few naughty things, like nothing more than soaking the bed with a water pistol, or I don't know, not doing something when you tell him to do it and he'll say, I'm being naughty. So it's very kind of safe, easy, naughty for beginners stuff, but he enjoys being naughty, and he doesn't get like disciplined when he's naughty, because we've actually been saying we're kind of relieved and we're kind of proud of him for being naughty sometimes, because he's always so good. So he's allowed to be naughty too. Yeah. Okay. So, workouts is the next thing. My husband has started doing this workout thing on the computer. He follows a workout, and Charlie will join in with him sometimes, and he's been learning how to do push-ups. He's been doing some yoga with Barry and stretching, and learning deep breathing as well. So I think that's all good physical exercise, and he's getting a real awareness of his body and what it is and isn't capable of. Okay, so the next one, I want to try and speed through these because this is turning out to be a long video. Hello. The next one is fort building. So Charlie has built a few forts recently with branches and planks and stuff he's found around the place. No nails, just laying stuff up against other stuff. But he enjoys fort building, and that's also another good skill to have. We're always on the lookout for branches and stuff that will do. And knot tying is obviously important too for any kid. He needs to be able to do his own laces, and he can tie a half knot easily now, and he's almost got the concept of tying a second one and getting a proper knot. He can't tie a bow yet, and I've always avoided giving him shoes with laces because I don't want him getting frustrated with that. So he wears shoes with Velcro or elastic or whatever that kind of stuff you have. So that is about it, and hope you enjoyed this video. May have given you some ideas, and thank you for watching. Please check out my channel for some more videos on unschooling and breastfeeding in general, and a bit of style kind of stuff, whatever takes my fancy really. Thank you, take care, bye. I should also add, please like this video if you liked it and if you want to see more, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Thank you.